Hi everyone, good evening. Right now is December 4th at nighttime. We just got notice, breaking news, that DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, is back. Now, disclaimer, immigration stuff changes overnight. It may revert back, but it seems that at least for the short term, if you want to file for DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, and you have not even got it before, it's your first time, you can apply right now. So go and get your paperwork ready to file it. So not only can new people file it, the judge said instead of it only being 1 year now, it'll be 2 years, and those who got approved for 1 year because of an old memo from the Immigration Department, those will be automatically converted in 2 years. And even more importantly, the full advance parole feature is back. The limitations that they put on this administration are gone. I'm gonna go through all this and the decision right now so we have the detailed information on what you gotta do. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. So it's great news for those who could have applied for DACA, who are DACA students and want to get the work permit. A federal judge in New York, in the case of Batala Vidal v. Chad Wolf, made an important decision. Chad Wolf being the acting Department of Homeland Security director. The problem was the judge believes that he was not lawfully put in that position, so decisions that he made are not correct. Because of that, the decision that he signed off that said deferred action or DACA is only going to be limited to 1 year, or that new people can't get it, is out. So everything reverts back, goes back to how it was before all of this, which was people who don't have DACA before can file it for the first time now. If you get it, it's for 2 years, and you can request advance parole. And those people who got 1 year employment authorization and DACA, if they filed and got it in the last couple months or a year, they can automatically be considered having 2 years. So I'm going to go through this with you. The judge's name is Judge Nicholas Garofos. I think that's Garofos. He's a district judge in New York. He said on November 14th, this court held that Mr. Wolf was not lawfully serving as the acting Secretary of Homeland Security when he issued this memorandum. So they say because you're not lawfully in that position, you can't make these decisions. Now, what are the consequences of saying he was not lawful in that position? It's even wider than this decision about DACA, Deferred Action for Child Arrivals. This affects everything he's done. Now, this the decision they're making is limited here. Another federal court in California also made that distinction, a decision that said Chad Wolf was not properly appointed. So this affects a lot more immigration decisions in the future, but the focus of this case was for DACA. And the judge said this decision affects everyone who potentially could even be a DACA recipient. They could use this. Everything goes back. So it's really important. Let me go to the next page and read some more for you so you have the facts. So he said the agency actions were held unlawful and have to be set aside. That agency action, Mr. Wolf was without lawful authority to serve as acting Secretary of Department of Homeland Security. The Wolf Memorandum is vacated. In light of that, all the rules go back to how they were prior to his attempt to get rid of DACA in September 2017. It's going to go back to the time when Obama was running the game and steering the ship, and the rules how they were there. So DHS is directed, the judge made a direct notice to tell them you have to do this. DHS is directed to post a public notice within 3 calendar days of this order being on December 4th. By December 7th, they're ordered to update their website to reflect the fact that you can apply for DACA. Having said that, you could do it right now even. Now it's Friday, it's the weekend, it's gonna be hard to get things in order. You're probably gonna mail it out on Monday anyway, but this goes back to November 14th is the thing. So if you're interested in this, go talk with the immigration attorney, contact my office. My email is info@jqklaw.com, info@jqklaw.com. We got to review your case if you're a new DACA person to get the preparation together. If you're thinking about getting advance parole, this is key. You're married to a U.S. citizen, you want to visit outside the country, get advance parole. That return is considered lawful entry, and you can apply for a green card. And disclaimer, there's other stuff involved in it, but that's really important to get that started, because although it's working now, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. So you may just want to get it in right now and look into it to see what the appropriate action is if you do need to make that international travel and get the advance parole. As the judge reaffirms that the people who got 1 year work permits automatically extended for 2 years, and they demand that Department of Homeland Security give them a breakdown of all the people who started filing from November 14th to December 31st, 2020. That's more of a procedural background thing. They want to get numbers and statistics on all this. But the decision is clear. They have to accept DACA cases. So if you are a person that could apply for DACA, advance parole, and that kind of stuff, you need to look into this as soon as possible. Take advantage of this opportunity. We don't know what's going to happen with President Biden. Probably he's going to do something for people that are dreamers, those people that could use deferred action for child arrivals. They came to the United States as young children. It's very likely something will be done. But in the meantime, take advantage of this option and see what it can do. Again, those who could do advance parole should look into that. That's a great system to use. And just talk with an attorney. There's also very many pro bono agencies and community groups that discuss it. But especially if your case is a little bit complicated, you've had any arrests, you had some troubled history, you really want to discuss this with an immigration attorney to go over the details of your background before you go and identify yourself to the government, let them know where you live and all that kind of stuff. But there are a lot of young people who are stuck in this weird position. They were forced to come here as children. They didn't want this, they just were put in this place and they don't know what to do. This is a great option if they satisfy the different requirements for deferred action for child arrivals, to take advantage of it, to get that work permit, get a social security number, potential travel permission so they have lawful re-entry as well if they didn't have lawful entry in the first place, and it could be a big deal and change their lives. I'm immigration lawyer John Khosravi, located in Los Angeles, California, but I help people from across the world. All this stuff is done by mail to the government, emails, mails, all that kind of stuff. So we could jump on a video consultation and get emails back and forth, your documents, and figure it all out. Please schedule a time. My office email is info@jqqlaw.com. To get a consultation, just email me, briefly describe what your issue is and what you're calling about or emailing about, and I'll respond and we'll take it from there. Thank you all. Hope you have a great weekend. I hope this news is a positive one for you and your household to live a better life in the United States. Until next one, God bless. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this educational video. We have a second channel with much more information as well at JQK Immigration Clips. Please check that out. Also, you'll find our social media site has a lot more videos, images, and information about the U.S. immigration process. Please check those out on the various social media websites.